Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on our morning stretch. If you're joining us on our website or perhaps Facebook Live, we're just so glad you're here with us. Tricia Sloma along with Andrew Whitmyer. Good to see you, sir.
Hey, how's it doing? I feel like it's been a while since you've been doing this.
I'm going to take the headphones off.
I forgot about the headphones.
Oh, do we really need them? I mean, let's be honest.
I can hear you just fine.
You can. It is a cold Thursday morning.
Are you staying warm? Hopefully you viewers are staying warm as well.
I know. I have been toasty all morning. I brought out the fall boots.
I got the flannel. I just started to wear the flannel on this morning.
You look so good in the flannel, by the way.
Thank you.
Christine and I have the same flannel shirt. And
have you broken it out yet?
I have.
Nice.
I have. I have not worn it with Christine yet. That is our intention.
That's still TBD.
Yeah, but it's good to see you rocking the flannel today.
Thank you.
For good reason, because today is a first alert weather day.
And it was all for the morning hours. We're going to go ahead and let the first alert weather day now expire, but it was due, Tricia, due to our first area-wide frost and freeze of the fall season. Typically, it happens right around mid-October that we typically start looking at these really cold, frosty mornings to show on up. So it's just to draw attention that, hey, we're looking at the end of the growing season. So hopefully you brought in any of that sensitive vegetation that you're still wanting to keep alive, or just let it die at this point as we are nearing again the second half of October. Tricia, I saw your photo yesterday at your house of a rather large size mum. I mean, what are you doing to that thing?
I have to be honest. I'm going to pull up a picture of it here. Now, I can't pull it up.
Massive.
I did not pull up this picture in our system, so I really can't show it otherwise, but I'm going to show this. I'm going to hold it up if I can.
Look how massive that is, and that's in the ground.
Yep, that's me with my mom.
When did you plant that?
Maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Comes back every year. This is the first year that it acts like it's on steroids. I have no idea what I did.
You're not doing anything to it. There's no miracle grow going on it, nothing.
Andrew, I have forgotten about it because it's this beautiful, this is how I garden. I love gardening, but I'll spend a lot of time babying something, fertilizing it, trimming it back, but then something will surprise me in my garden that I haven't touched at all and I've ignored it for years.
And it just grows like wildfire.
And that is one of these plants.
Wow.
This mom has surprised me. Now, somebody asked me, where did you get it? It's either Aldi. It was either an Aldi mum for under $5
right.
or a John Glenn mum. As you know, for their Halloween every year, I get a mum from there because I love their mums. They're just so beautiful, and you put them in with your fall landscaping and so forth. It may be one of their mums that came back. So I had my husband, I'm like, just take my picture with the mum. Because you never know what a frost and a freeze is going to do. I mean, these mums are hardy. They're going to do great. They can withstand
almost a hard freeze to about 29, 28 degrees.
Oh, yeah. So. But I never know if there's an icy coating on something, if it kind of makes it droop or something. So I thought, well, it's going to look its absolute prettiest. Right now. So we're gonna go with this.
You didn't cover it up last night, right?
No.
You just let it go?
Just let it go.
See what happens. See what nature does.
And my husband says it's looking good this morning. So, yeah. But it was really cold this morning. I'm really glad you made it a first alert weather day. That always triggers some things for people to just remember to pay attention to the weather, be mindful. This isn't a huge impact on
No, and again, let's say tomorrow is going to drop down to 32 degrees. Tomorrow wouldn't be a first alert weather day. We've already now had our first widespread frost, so now that's behind us. Now we look forward to when we finally get to use the S word again, which we know is going to be sooner than later after the frosty windshields come into play.
No, it's so true. It's so true.
Yeah.
So,
in fact, I got a photo of one of our 16 News Now cars. I don't know if we can pull that up, Tricia, over here, of looking at the frosty morning. We kind of wrote the word frost on the car windshields this morning.
Hold on. I got it.
There it is, right
there. There it is.
Yeah, so we had some frost covering our 16 News Now cars out in our parking lot. Our actual temperature in South Bend is taken from the airport. That fell down to 35 degrees. That sits about 5 feet above the ground. Now, we also have our own temperature weather sensor here, and of course, WNDU located right on the University of Notre Dame's campus. And ours sits a little bit lower than that, and our temperature thermometer here in town dropped down to 30 degrees this morning. So that's why, again, we were looking at scattered frost and area-wide frost at our 16 News Now parking lot.
Wow. Did I mess anything up for your weather?
No, you didn't. I mean, we can keep going with weather. If we
Oh,
want.
I love your weather. Here's the thing, because I think people are like, oh, now it's here. No,
Right,
no.
it's here.
It's just here today.
Yeah,
Really, by the
little
weekend.
Teaser, very little teaser.
Oh my gosh. By the weekend, folks, you're going to be right back out there in your maybe shorts and favorite sweatshirt, I think. Because
that's my favorite attire, shorts and sweatshirt.
Andrew, you said that on the air the other day, and I came home and my husband's like, I'm going to wear my sweatshirt and my shorts. I said, you and Andrew, this is weird. And he's like, no, I love that. I just love that. And it's true. I hear you say it. I hear my husband say it. So yeah,
and
must
he's going
be
to
a
wear
guy
it all
thing.
the time now, every opportunity he can get.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
And hey, maybe shorts and sweatshirt weather later on today. I know it's a chilly morning, but by this afternoon, let's get back to this graphic. We can warm up, I think, up around 62 degrees later on today. So after that little flashing red this morning from this first alert weather day, by the way, our team first alerted you that we would likely have our first widespread frost and freeze this week since last Monday. So we gave you over a 10-day notice here in first alert weather that we would be having this impact early this week to likely an impact to the growing season. Then we're going to have some more scattered frost first thing tomorrow morning with temperatures dipping down into the low to middle 30s. But look at Saturday, Sunday, Monday. No frost or freeze concerns. Check out these temperatures here. We're all in the red territory. We're going to go back up well above the normal high, which is around 60 degrees this time of year. We're going to go all the way back up to potentially the mid-70s by Sunday and Monday early next week. Now, I do think, Tricia, our next first alert will likely start to arrive sometime early next week. I think we could likely have a front coming through sometime on Tuesday. That may offer us 1 or 2 showers and briefly cool us back down into maybe some lower 60s as we head towards the mid portion of next week. And check out this forecast. Jack Meter and I were working on this. Jack Van Meter and I were working on this graphic today.
Stink
bugs. They're going to come back into play this weekend with the warmer air. They're going to be trying to get back inside the house because they know what's up. They know it's about ready to come, and they're going to try to stay as live as long as possible. So you may see some extra friends out there for this weekend if you're going to try to do anything outdoors. But speaking of the outdoors, great weekend if you haven't done so already. If you're still looking to pick up that last-minute pumpkin, well, you're going to be able to do that this weekend with temperatures, again, very mild, very warm, into the low 70s, both Saturday and Sunday. Giving it overall, Tricia, a 10 out of 10 weekend.
Oh, I'm loving that. And frost on the pumpkins. Those pumpkins will handle it just fine.
I still need to carve mine, though. I think I'm going to carve them this weekend.
Yeah, I think it's really a special time of year. I love this time of year for that reason. And there's some other things that you may love in this community this time of year, and Zubu is one of them. And we want to highlight
always
that.
Jam-packed Zubu.
Oh, my goodness. So we want to show people what's going on at Zubu. What I think is so cool is Zubu is an annual event at the Potawatomi Zoo, and it is going on, starts tomorrow, and it is going to run through Sunday. And they have the haunted train, they have other attractions, and you can see some of these are pictures that the zoo sent us.
In the costumes.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be some folks on the noon show today, I believe, talking about the Zubu. Also, we're trying to get Emma Brott there tomorrow. I don't think she's ever been to a Zubu before, so she's going to enjoy this a lot. It's always well attended, and I can remember taking my kids to the zoo. I know Christine and Dave are looking forward to taking Kennedy to her first Zubu. I don't know, did she get to go last year?
I can't remember. I know Christine talked about it, but I can't remember if they actually went or not. I know we had some rough weather towards the end of October last year, so I don't know if that made an impact or not. But hey, the weather this weekend, I think they're going to be close to capacity at the zoo at times.
Oh, wow. And we're going to look a little closer to some of these pictures that they sent us. What I love about Zubu is it's scary, but not too scary for the little ones. I mean, that guy's been waiting on the train for a very long time. But talk about long lines. I mean, come on. But there's lots of candy. They have vendors all set up for candy and different treats. And it's just a nice community event because there's a number of participants that take part every year. A lot of corporations get involved in this too.
And no need for the jacket this year either. You see some of these photos from last year's Zubu. Some of you are going to want shorts and a T-shirt out there if you're out there Saturday or Sunday afternoon.
Well, I certainly hope people enjoy it. It's something to look forward to every year. And of course, we are, deep into the football season right now. And I'm working on a special project that's going to run close to the Army game. And
you've been putting hours and hours
and hours of research.
Hundreds of miles.
Oh, my goodness. So stay tuned. I'm going to not give all the details about my special project I'm working on. That'll be coming out here in another week or so. So I'm looking forward to spilling the beans on that and hopefully getting a lot of people to watch.
And hey, Tricia, I want to touch on one more thing because I know we're about ready to out of time. Have you seen the comet outside? It was visible last week, still visible this week.
I have not seen it.
It's right around our bedtime. We get up we get up super early, 2-3 in the morning.
But there was a chance that we could have, if we would have caught this on the early side of things, we could have caught it in the early morning sky.
We could have, but then, we had the cloud cover.
That's right. But now we've got to watch it in the evening. So when are we going to see this comet?
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at this graphic here. This is A3 comet, the Atlas comet, if you will. This was viewed Tuesday evening from Jim in Warsaw. I'm getting several more photos from folks being able to view this yesterday.
Dumb question. Did he just take this picture with his phone?
Yeah, just with his smartphone.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so what you're looking at there, that's the comet right there. It's going to look really faint in the sky, so if you're still having kind of some trouble really seeing it with your eyes, go ahead and use maybe that 3-second exposure on your smartphone, and you should hopefully be able to get a somewhat closer photo like that. It's going to be low on the horizon, though, so if you got some trees kind of obstructing your view, looking off towards the west, well, you're likely going to have an impact viewing that. But if you're in kind of a wide open space here, and especially away from city lights, you're going to be able to view this comet. Now, one thing I like to tell folks, all you need to do this time of year to find this comet this year is look up towards Venus, look off far to the right. It's going to be a pretty distance away from the right, but at least Venus will at least get you pointed in the kind of the right direction. And look well off to your right, make sure the moon's behind your back, and you're going to be able to view this about 40 to 50 minutes after sunset. So sunset today is 7 p.m. Eastern time, so wait close to almost 8 p.m. before you go out there and look off into the western sky, and hopefully you'll be able to get a glimpse of that. And speaking of the moon, we also have the Hunter's supermoon. It was full this morning at 7:26 a.m. Eastern time, and it'll be full once again this evening. In fact, we're going to be looking at it shining very brightly, very big in the night sky as it rises right around sunset tonight. I
love this because it's a hunter's moon, and of course, this is the time of year that hunters are heading out, and this is, that signified a time to get ready for winter, stockpile the ice box ahead of time so that you were ready for, getting ready for your family for wintertime. I love this type of stuff.
Tricia, that comet, NASA, they've been doing some studies on this the past few years on this comet.
Right.
And it's believed to be estimated that this comet hasn't reached around Earth's orbit in over 80,000 years. So it's a once in an 80,000 year comet that we're able to see. So if you see it, we're not going to see it again. No human on the planet's going to see the Atlas comet again in the Earth sky until 80,000 years from today.
And just think, you're seeing it with your naked eye.
Right.
You don't have to have any telescope or any kind of special device.
Now, of course, you can use the telescope if you want to get a closer view and a much more clearer view, but you certainly should be able to see it with just the naked eye for the next few days. It'll get really hard, I think, to see after this weekend as it's going to get fainter each day that passes. Yeah. And I think once we get towards about October 24th, October 25th, it's going to be pretty hard to see in the night sky.
Wow. All right. Some things to look forward to for the next few days. It's fun to do a morning stretch with you, Andrew.
Is. Yeah, it's been a while. I feel like it has been a while.
It has been. It's been a busy time for all of us here, but I'm glad we could carve out some time. Christine likes to do these too. So if Christine is watching, hi, good morning.
Hello, Christine.
Yeah. So we will hopefully be able to join you next week on our morning stretch. But that's it from here. We're so glad you could join us. Make it a great week and enjoy all the fun fall festivities. Have a great day, and thanks for joining us on our morning stretch.